Filmmaking lights come in lots of variations. This is a guide to categories for the semi-professional prosumer. Which one suits your purpose? Starting with the basic premise that some lighting kits are heavy, you want to know which is actually worth using. Here's the best option for lazy people. Find a built-in LED or sun gun like this Sony NX cam and whammo! Instant light with no extra work and a quick setup. Of course, the scene will be flattened by the constant direction of the light. Next on the lazy scale is the fill light with its own power source. This can be positioned around a camera or an iPad filming frame to alter the light direction, but needs attention to the batteries. Inkies, or Inky Dinky, refers to an incandescent light under 250 watts. Under 100 watts is a peewee. This can be used around the set to pick out objects or be mounted on the camera. The barn doors allow control over light spill, but a good LED torch can do a peewee's job if you can improvise barn doors or diffusers as needed. Couldn't be bothered with cables but need to get more light in the room? 3 light kits with chargers and stands are an easy way to get set for an interview. Many use batteries that will interchange with a camera, so you can borrow from your kits on location if you are constantly recharging batteries. So maybe not such a lazy option after all. 3-point lighting running off batteries is also useful for isolated night bush filming about axe-wielding homicidal maniacs. With a larger body than the Inky and running from mains power, the Midget is not for a camera mount. Traditionally lensed and under 250 watts, a 90-watt midget-sized LED can produce defined shadows and has variable brightness up to a 400 watts equivalent. The 3-light kit also incorporates a single collapsible softbox accessory. These lights are not recommended for outdoor use. Moving away from LED lighting, care must be taken with the whole range of bulbs. Especially with tungsten filaments, bulbs must be cooled before sudden movement. Portable softbox kits don't enjoy windy conditions and are usually more suitable to studio work by still photographers who want continuous lighting. Good for product shots or working very close to subjects. Still photographers use softboxes and reflective umbrellas also. Some prefer studio strobe lights which synchronize a burst with the camera shutter. This bright flash is the correct exposure for the shot, while the duller modelling light allows the light stands to be positioned. They're not designed for motion picture photography. Open-faced lights with barn doors around 650 watts are teenies. Under 600, teeny weenies. These have fixed position bulbs without adjustment. Many LED hardware lights can do a similar job with the right accessories. Redheads are the all-time classic film light. Typically orange casing with basic barn doors. A defining feature is the flood spot adjust knob. The 800-watt light is a successful compromise between portability and punch. Some companies have variants but maintain the key feature of a focusable twin-contact bulb. The Lowell 1000-watt open-face light is known as a Mickey. Flood and spot is adjustable by moving a single contact bulb, and the barn doors have more flexibility than a redhead. A lensed light of 1000 watts is called a baby. The Fresnel lens strengthens the light, but the whole mechanism adds to the weight. Babies can be used on location as they have good throw, but are so awkward they're often permanently fixed to a grid on the studio ceiling. I made this whole video just so I could read that sentence. The 2000-watt Blondie is useful in the studio and a great location light for slightly larger spaces. Use it for bouncing light off large ceilings, or in daylight it can punch some fill into deep tree shadows over a medium range. Try to spread other electrical load over several circuits if you're running power from a domestic supply. Soft lights occasionally travel to location, but are usually grid-mounted. Diffuser slots soften the light further. Some compact versions called Cyc or cyclorama lights may be positioned on the floor, with the larger soft lights tending to be grid mounted for green screen work. These are the big ones. While you can get smaller HMI lights, they are still dangerous. Shielding and cutoff switches are built in because the ultraviolet light from a HMI can damage your skin and eyesight. Having to bring your own power supply also means these are lights for professional gaffers. And don't they look heavy? But didn't I forget to tell you the laziest option of all? Not really. If you think getting all of your actors up for sunrise is easier than playing with lights, go for it. Middle of the day sun needs a lot of reflector work. Stay tuned for posts about that. And if you're on good terms with God, maybe he'll put things where you need them when you happen to be ready to film. Man-made or natural, there's not really a lazy option. One way or another, you have to put in time and effort to get lighting that doesn't let your filming look just ordinary. Choose to subscribe if you'd like to get updates on lighting kits, filming equipment, and just general filmy things.